All right, hey, we're working on a new project here, and the plan is that this is going to be kind of like a mudroom hutch. We're kind of calling it lockers. We have 5 kids, and so we're trying to have a locker divided for each kid, not closed off with doors, but just kind of like individual cubbies. And then the bottom will be a bench with a lid that we can pull up, and they can put their shoes in. So the whole thing's going to be a pretty big project. We're attempting to do it by only using pallet pieces. So far you can see that I've had to Craig jig a couple 2x4 pallet pieces together in various areas to make my beams. My goal is to not have to purchase any wood for this. So we've already got the frame laid out, and now we're starting to lay down the boards on top of that, and that will be what goes flat against the wall. And so this part will be the cubby / lockers, and this part down here that I've got framed off right here, that'll be the bench area. So we've just started this, so we'll keep you up to date, and we'll talk to you later. So we have to pre-drill every one of the holes because the old is wood and a little brittle, and if we don't, the screws will crack every time. So pre-drilling every hole. I'm using these 1 1/4 drywall screws just because it's pretty much the perfect fit when you're using these plywood, these pallet wood pieces. And you'll notice that there's some gaps in the wood here. I think it gives detail and character to it, but that happens because we're working with the wood that we have, and the wood doesn't always match up. Plus, a lot of it's warped and bending in strange ways. So, as my wife always says, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. And this is what we get. I'm also trying to screw some to the bottom frame piece here, just to give it more stability. I'm hoping this will be a pretty sturdy piece after we've screwed all of our boards on, even though it was pretty unstable, just because, you know, we had to Craig jig a couple of the 2x4s together. And then here you see that there's some gaps where the wood doesn't come together on a stud on the frame, and we're gonna flip it over and attach some pieces there to give it more stability on those places as well. And you'll see that here in a second. We're gonna patch this together here on the back, as you can see, and using some smaller screws. Hopefully it'll look good when we turn it back over. I'm not worried about this cracking. So we finished basically the back board panel area, and you see where our seat stool area compartment's going to be. What we're going to do now is we're going to flip this over, and then we're going to patch some areas on the back here just to give it a better aesthetic and make it a little bit more sturdy. So here we go. Seems pretty sturdy if you ask me. Now it's asking me. And now that thing's got some weight to it, whereas when it's just a frame, it was easy to flip. Okay, now let's work on some of these areas that didn't have a stud. I haven't really been able to keep up with the video blog of this project, so from the last time you saw me, we've done a whole lot in the process here. Let me just show you kind of some of the stuff that we've done. So I finished, I think, wow, I should have been videoing a lot more. I finished the box, the lids. I have not done the inside sections yet, but I combined the box to the back level, and I've got all the wood on the front and on the sides. Ran out of wood, and plus realized it was just going to be a pain in my rear end, so we're using some plywood and then some molding strips from Lowe's. I'm putting all the molding strips on right now. I've already did the molding on the front. These are plywood right here, but I've got some trim pieces to make it look a little bit more finished right there. You can see I've already finished the molding over here. I mean the molding, the finishing, the trim. And now I've got 2 more pieces left to put up here. So measure and cut, and then we'll be ready for I'm gonna do some wood filling with some wood putty, and then I'm going to stain it in classic gray bin wax, sand it some more, and whitewash it over top of that. And so we got a lot. All right, so I have officially finished my project. As you can see behind me, I was going to paint it white, but with the stained gray, and then sanded it and kind of antiqued it. And this is what Lisa likes, so this is what Lisa gets. You can kind of see the whole deal. It's a little bit bigger than I think what Lisa wanted from sticking out. I think it sticks out about 24 inches, and then it's about 7 feet tall. But man, it looks great. I'm pleased with it. I got my hinges on, so my seat's open. Got the dividers in. And some people might wonder why there's no floor. Well, it'll be sitting on a floor in our garage. That'll be the floor. So, and they got the coats hanger, and then they already got a backpack in here just to make sure everything fits. And so you got a holder for the backpack here, a holder for a coat right here. I'm gonna put another knob up here in case like me or Lisa want to hang our coats. So anyway, Huds, what do you think?
Awesome!
All right, well, Merry Christmas, Lisa. Hope you liked it.